What's up everybody, it's Royalty Crypto here and welcome back to my channel. So today has been a fantastic day for not just Bitcoin but also basically every altcoin in the space, and that does include meme coins. So with that being said, I wanted to make a video about one of my personal favorite meme coins in the space, that being Pepe. I also wanted to take a look at the overall crypto market as a whole and give you guys quite a bit of bullish hopium towards the end of this video. Also guys, if you do have any coins that you want me to do a video review on, please drop them in the comment section. Just please make sure they are at least over a $30 million market cap. But with all that being said, let's get right on into this video. So as you guys can see, Bitcoin is currently trading at 91,900, which is even higher than it was this morning. And as you can see here, we are up 6% in the past 24 hours. This has probably been the best day for Bitcoin that we've seen in multiple months. And I think that it is really important that we break above 92 to 93,000 in the coming days. That would solidify yet another higher high for Bitcoin, and the chart in the short term is really starting to look bullish yet again. Also guys, as you can see, Ethereum is back over $3,000 and Solana is almost back to $140. So overall, the big caps are recovering quite nicely, and I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if this momentum continues for the next week to week and a half leading into the FOMC event, and I'll explain why I think that later on in this video. But alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some meme coins. So as you guys can see, basically every meme coin is up substantially today, which is very nice to see because meme coins really have been taking a beating for the past 1 to 2 months. So much so that the sentiment around meme coins is that they are pretty much dead and that they will never come back. I completely disagree with that take, and I will talk about that later on in this video. But let's go ahead and take a look at the coin that I want to highlight today, that being Pepe. So as you can see, Pepe is up 13% in the past 24 hours. We are still down just slightly in the past 7 days, but as you guys know, meme coins can move very quickly, so that could change in the matter of minutes. Also guys, we are officially under a $2 billion market cap. However, we are getting closer to that level. We still have a fantastic 24-hour trading volume of $438 million. Also, Pepe has 100% of tokens in circulation, so you won't be needing to worry about inflation whatsoever. And when you take a look at the Pepe chart, you can see that we are basically as low as we've been since about February or March of 2024, and we are a ways off of the all-time high that was set just under a $10 billion market cap. In my opinion, guys, I do believe that if the altcoin season really starts to kick off in the next couple of months, or just any time in 2026, I do think Pepe will be one of the best performing meme coins, regardless of the fact that it has struggled so much in the past couple of months. So I don't think that Pepe is dead whatsoever, and I definitely don't think that meme coins are dead either. I think that meme coins are just the most risky side of crypto, and as you guys know, when the market struggles, the riskier assets struggle the most, but vice versa as well. When greed starts to return to altcoins, meme coins end up shining the most, and I do expect that to happen yet again. So guys, if I were to give a realistic price target for Pepe, I undoubtedly think we could get back to a $10 billion market cap. In fact, if the altcoins really get hot, I could see this coin getting somewhere between a $25 to $50 billion market cap. I definitely think that's in the realm of possibilities for this coin because last cycle we did see Doge get to nearly a $100 billion market cap and SHIB got to about a $35 to $40 billion market cap. And I still do think that Pepe is the meme coin of this cycle. So if attention returns to altcoins, I do expect Pepe to have a legitimate chance at that. But guys, if you're watching my channel, I will let you know when I personally start to think that the market is overheated, regardless of the price that this asset is at the time. And I will be letting you know when I personally am taking profits. But of course, this is not financial advice. This is just financial opinion. And as I mentioned, guys, when there's fear in the market, it hits the meme coins the hardest. And as you can see, we are still very well into fear on the crypto fear and greed index. We are sitting at a 22, which is up quite a bit over the past couple of weeks or so, as we did get to as low as a 10 in mid-November. So it is nice to see that slowly but surely the fear is starting to subside in crypto, and it does typically take a couple of months for this to happen. So I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if December ends up being a pretty solid month for altcoins and Bitcoin. But alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of different pieces of news that I thought were very interesting. So as you guys know, if you watched my video from yesterday or even the one from this morning, it is very likely that Trump is going to choose Kevin Hassett, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, correct me if I'm wrong, as the next Fed chair to replace Jerome Powell in 2026. So as I mentioned in my prior videos, Kevin has said is by far the most dovish possible Fed chair that Trump could ever pick. What I mean by that is he is most likely going to cut rates to 1% in a very short period of time and turn on the money printers like we haven't seen since 2021. He is also in support of a weaker dollar, and whenever the US dollar starts to lose strength, Bitcoin tends to gain strength, so I do expect that to happen again. But overall, guys, if Kevin is the one that's picked as the next Fed chair, I do expect this to be incredibly bullish for Bitcoin, and this catalyst could really start to pump the price of Bitcoin in anticipation for this Fed chair replacement sometime early next year. So I would definitely keep your eyes open for that, guys, and that is the number one reason why I do believe that 2026 is going to be very bullish, and we could potentially see our top in May or June potentially. But yeah, with all of that being said, guys, and I'm not going to play the video because it's really not anything that crazy, but Trump did introduce Kevin Hassett as the potential Fed chair in this conference that he had earlier today. So the fact that he did say potential does make me think that he is leaning towards choosing him, and that is also why you see the betting markets say that there's about an 80% chance that it'll be him. So yeah, guys, this is a super bullish catalyst that should not be overlooked. All right, so another very important thing that I talked about earlier today was that Vanguard officially is letting their clients invest in Bitcoin ETFs as of today. And as you guys can see here, Vanguard has $11 trillion of assets under management, which is massive. And you can see just how much interest poured into these Bitcoin ETFs today because of that. Because as you can see here, the Bitcoin ETF volume surpassed $5.1 billion today, which is insane. This is one of the highest levels of volume that we've seen on the Bitcoin ETF in quite some time. And the fact that this is happening when there's still so much fear in the market really does go to show the amount of institutional interest on Bitcoin. So even if you don't hold Bitcoin and you're just a full-on altcoin and meme coin guy, you still want to root for Bitcoin, because if the price of Bitcoin goes up, that is what leads to the altcoin seasons that we all are waiting for. So yeah, this is awesome to see. All right, guys, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, just because I haven't mentioned this in quite some time, is the fact that we are now currently sitting at a 90% chance of seeing a 25 basis point rate cut for the FOMC meeting in December. And as you can see, this is only just 7.5 days away from now. This is very important, and as long as the odds stay likely that we will see this rate cut, I do anticipate this crypto rally to continue at least until December 10th. Then we might see, you know, like a sell the news event where we have a correction for a couple of days. But overall, guys, I think that there is just so many bullish catalysts coming around the corner. So I do think that the recovery is just starting for crypto, and I do fully expect to see some all-time highs sometime next year in 2026. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed the content. I hope that you guys have a fantastic night, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. Peace.